They say a woman's inner spark fades twice. First, when she feels like no one sees her anymore, and again when her body no longer feels like her own. But what if I told you that for millions of women over 60, the first real sign of changing health isn't a new wrinkle or a sudden hot flash? It's when things down there begin to feel dry, tight, or just not right. That strange, ongoing discomfort. You might feel some friction or a pulling sensation. That's not just in your imagination. It's your blood vessels calling out for help. And if you ignore that signal, it won't just affect your love life, it can slowly drain your energy from deep inside. I'm Dr. Laura, a doctor who works with older adults. For more than 30 years, I've helped women like you feel strong again, improve their circulation, and bring back closeness in natural ways. Today, I want to share something that every woman over 60 should know. What if the secret to better moisture, stronger blood flow, and a more comfortable, active, intimate life wasn't in a cream or a hard-to-do treatment, but sitting right in your fridge? Most women quickly blame menopause for these issues, but the truth is, it's often caused by something much easier to fix. And today, I'm going to show you why. In this article, I'll share the top 3 science-backed foods that can ease that tight, dry feeling, improve your circulation, and help you feel soft, healthy, and alive again, without medicine. One of them works so fast, you might notice a change in less than a week. Before we jump in, if you're a woman over 60 who wants to boost blood flow, feel more desire, and take back control of your body in a natural way, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any tips made just for you. And if this message speaks to you, drop a 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 and tell me how I can support you better. Alright, let's talk about the first food that might totally shift the way blood flows to your most sensitive areas: beets, the circulation helper. I never used to believe that a simple beet could have anything to do with a woman's love life, but then I began noticing a pattern with my older patients. Women like Helen, a 69-year-old retired librarian, started adding beets to her meals. When she came back, she told me she felt less dry, more aware, and that tight, uneasy feeling during close moments had faded. It wasn't just luck. Beets are full of natural nitrates, which your body turns into nitric oxide, a key molecule for good blood flow. After 60, our vessels tend to get stiffer and less flexible, and our nitric oxide drops a lot. That's when many women begin to notice changes they can't quite explain: slower arousal, more discomfort, or that tightness that makes closeness feel tough. This isn't just aging, it's a clear sign that blood isn't reaching your vaginal and clitoral tissues like it used to. Beets can help change that. They work like a natural jump start, helping your blood vessels relax, improve flow, and make sure your pelvic area gets the rich circulation it needs to stay moist, sensitive, and healthy. You don't need to make it hard. A glass of beet juice in the morning, or roasted beets on your dinner plate, can quietly start to bring back what time has taken. It's not magic, it's just how your body works. It's about giving your system what it needs to function like it's meant to. And here's something even more interesting. There's a popular summer fruit that many women toss aside, not realizing it holds a natural way to relax blood vessels without the risks of hormone treatments. In fact, this next food can ease the tension in your lower body that causes that deep, dragging discomfort. Let's talk about it now. Watermelon, the blood flow booster. To be honest, for years I thought watermelon was just a tasty summer snack, something cool to eat on a hot day. I was wrong. The more I studied it, the more I saw that this juicy fruit, especially the part we usually throw away, holds a powerful gift for women over 60 who deal with dryness and tightness. It's all thanks to a strong amino acid called citrulline, found in high amounts in the white rind of the watermelon. Most of us toss that part in the trash, not knowing citrulline is a natural relaxer for your blood vessels. Simply put, it helps your vessels open and let blood flow better, especially in your pelvic area. After 60, those blood paths tend to shrink and harden, making arousal weaker and intimacy uncomfortable or even painful. Citrulline gently helps those vessels relax, reducing what I call pelvic blood stress. It's not sharp pain, but more like a dull friction, your body's way of saying it's not getting enough blood where it's needed. Here's where it gets real. A patient of mine, a kind woman named Susan, in her late 60s, told me she started blending both the red and white parts of a watermelon into a smoothie each morning. Within 2 weeks, she said her natural moisture had improved, and more importantly, the tight, uncomfortable feeling she used to have during close moments had gone down a lot. No creams, no treatments, just a simple change in what she put in her blender. Unlike pharmaceutical solutions, watermelon doesn't force anything. It supports your body's natural ability to regulate blood flow. It's gentle, effective, and completely natural. If you're looking for a way to feel more confident and comfortable in your own skin, again, watermelon might just be your new best friend. But there's one more food I want to share with you. It's not a fruit or a vegetable. It's something small, often overlooked, but it's packed with the essential minerals your delicate tissues depend on to stay healthy and responsive. In fact, this last food may be the missing piece in your entire circulation puzzle. 3. Pumpkin seeds, the hormone and tissue supporters. If there's one food I wish more women over 60 knew about, it's pumpkin seeds. They're small, unassuming, and usually just scooped out and thrown away without a second thought. But let me tell you, these little seeds are one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal when it comes to restoring healthy blood flow and protecting your pelvic health. Pumpkin seeds are loaded with 3 essential nutrients that directly impact your intimate well-being: magnesium, zinc, and arginine. Magnesium helps relax the smooth muscle cells in your blood vessels and can ease pelvic floor tension, preventing the spasms that can lead to discomfort. Zinc is absolutely crucial for maintaining hormonal balance, especially as our bodies navigate the changes that come after menopause. Arginine is an amino acid that your body uses to create nitric oxide, which, as we've discussed, is essential for allowing blood to flow freely into the vaginal and clitoral tissues. I had a patient, a retired nurse in her 70s named Carol. She was active, vibrant, and incredibly frustrated. Her desire was there, but intimacy was always accompanied by a persistent tightness and lack of sensation. I suggested she start eating a tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds every day. Within 3 weeks, she came back and told me the tension had eased, her sensitivity had improved, and most importantly, she felt connected to her body again. Pumpkin seeds are so easy to add to your daily routine. Sprinkle them on your yogurt, toss them into a smoothie, or just eat them plain as a snack. The results may not be dramatic overnight, but over time they build a solid foundation for healthier, more responsive tissues. Now, if you've made it this far, you've already learned how to support your circulation with real whole foods. But here's where it gets even better. When you combine these 3 ingredients in the right way, they create a compounding effect, a synergy that can jumpstart your intimate health faster than you might think. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to put it all together. 4. The circulation trifecta. Why these 3 foods work together. It's one thing to eat a healthy food now and then, but when you combine the right foods, especially ones that target the same system from different angles, you don't just get better results, you get results that multiply. That's exactly what happens when you bring beets, watermelon, and pumpkin seeds together into your daily routine. They form what I call the circulation trifecta, 3 natural powerhouses working in harmony to restore blood flow where it matters most. Think of it this way: Beets get things started by boosting nitric oxide, opening up the major blood vessels, and laying the foundation for better flow to the entire pelvic region. Watermelon, with its citrulline-rich rind, builds on that effect, soothing the tiny arteries in the vaginal and clitoral tissues, and reducing the silent tension that can rob you of pleasure. Pumpkin seeds are the fuel that keeps the whole machine running, providing the hormone-balancing zinc, the muscle-relaxing magnesium, and the nitric oxide-supporting arginine your body needs to make all that blood flow actually count. It's like renovating a house from the ground up. One supports the other, and the next amplifies the one before it. I've seen women in their 60s, 70s, and even early 80s, who thought they were too far gone, turn things around within weeks, just by being consistent with this simple nutritional approach. The best part, it doesn't require immense willpower or expensive prescriptions, just a little intention and daily follow-through. 5. The number one mistake most women make after 60. If there's one thing I've learned after decades of working with older women, it's this. Most women are looking for a quick fix, a magic cream, a silver bullet, something to make the problem disappear without changing anything else. And I get it. When you're frustrated and your body isn't responding the way it used to, it's tempting to reach for whatever promises fast results. But here's the hard truth. The number one mistake women over 60 make is relying on external lubricants or hormonal creams to do what only real nourishment and improved circulation can truly fix. Lubricants and creams can certainly ease friction, but they don't solve the root problem. They don't fix the hardened, narrow vessels. They don't restore your body's natural nitric oxide production. They don't eliminate that deep tension or lack of sensitivity. All they do is mask a system that's already struggling. For many women, the cost and hassle just aren't worth the temporary relief. I've had countless women sit in my office, their eyes filled with disappointment, telling me the creams worked for a while, but never brought back the feeling of true natural arousal. I always tell them the same thing. Your body isn't broken, it's undernourished. It's waiting for you to support it from the inside out. That's what the right foods do. They don't trick your body, they rebuild it. The women who truly restore their function, their energy, and their confidence aren't the ones chasing quick fixes. They're the ones who commit to the basics and follow through day by day. They give their body what it needs and trust the process. 6. Your 7-day action plan. Now that you understand what these foods can do for your blood flow sensitivity and intimate health, the real question is, how do you actually make this a part of your daily life? I've worked with so many women who were motivated and understood the science, but they didn't know how to start, so they didn't. That's why I created this simple 7-day action plan. No guesswork, no complex recipes, just straightforward steps you can follow every day to start feeling results, often in as little as a week. In the morning, start your day with 1 small glass of beet juice on an empty stomach. This will kickstart your nitric oxide production and wake up your circulation. Mid-morning, blend a watermelon smoothie, making sure to include both the red flesh and the white rind. That's where the citrulline is. It's not only refreshing, but it helps open up those tiny blood vessels that support arousal and sensitivity. In the afternoon, grab a small handful of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. It doesn't have to be fancy, just keep them on your kitchen counter or in your car. These seeds work behind the scenes, delivering the magnesium, zinc, and arginine your system needs to build tissue health where it matters most. Pair this with drinking plenty of water, moving your body gently throughout the day, and taking a moment each morning to remind yourself that you're not just surviving, you're rebuilding. You're reclaiming control over something that matters, not just physically, but emotionally. This isn't about being perfect, it's about being consistent. Your body doesn't need magic, it needs a rhythm. This plan gives you just that. Final doctor's message, an emotional close. There's something I want every single woman reading this to understand. especially if you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. You are not broken, you are not too old, and you have not missed your chance. I have seen women who thought they had reached the end of the road with their health, their confidence, and even their relationships completely transform their lives by making one powerful decision to stop accepting decline as inevitable and to start rebuilding from the inside out. We've talked about food, blood flow, and intimacy, but what this is really all about is reclaiming a part of yourself that the world may have told you to forget. For many women, the loss of sensual vitality feels like a quiet, private kind of grief. It isn't talked about at the dinner table, but it weighs heavy on the heart. When you start to feel like you're disappearing, not just to your partner, but to yourself, that's the time to act, not out of fear, but out of respect for the woman you still are. Your body is capable of renewal. Even now, even after all the years, all the wear and tear, and all the moments you told yourself, maybe this is just the way it is now. It doesn't have to be. Your blood vessels, your tissues, your confidence, these things can come back to life. It starts with something as simple as choosing to nourish yourself, to move with intention, and to believe that pleasure, comfort, and connection are still yours to claim. Conclusion. This is where it begins. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you, not just for reading, but for caring enough about yourself to stay present. That alone says something powerful about the kind of woman you are. We've covered a lot today. You've learned how beets can reignite nitric oxide, how watermelon can relax blood vessels and reduce that uncomfortable pelvic tension, and how tiny pumpkin seeds can quietly rebuild your health with the minerals your body has been craving. Together, these foods don't just support your intimate health, they support your very identity as a woman. They remind your body how to work the way it used to, and more importantly, they help you feel more like yourself again. I've seen it time and time again in my practice. The return of natural lubrication, the quiet confidence in a woman's voice, the smile that reappears after weeks of doubt. It's real, and it can happen for you too. This isn't about turning back the clock. It's about moving forward with intention, knowledge, and tools that actually work. There is no age limit on pleasure, on connection, or on feeling alive in your own body. No matter how many setbacks you face today can be the start of something better. So take what you've learned, try the plan, listen to your body, and give yourself permission to feel good again. Not just for one night, but for the rest of your life. Because this isn't the end of the road. This is where it begins. You've still got time, strength, and power waiting to be reclaimed. Go take it back. A lesson for life from Dr. Bennett. What we've talked about today is more than just a diet plan. It's a profound lesson about life. It teaches us that we should never stop tending to the foundations, whether it's our health, our relationships, or our passions. The small, consistent acts of nourishment are what build lasting strength and vitality. Don't look for the quick fix, look for the daily practice. That is where true sustainable change is born. What is one small step you'll take for your health this week? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story could be the one that inspires another woman to start her own journey. Please consider subscribing and sharing this article with a friend or family member who might benefit from this message. Thank you for being here and for choosing to show up for yourself.